Pueblo Airport information Quebec 20000. Wind 09er 1 at 7. Visibility 10.
Alright, we are continuing on. It is October 4th, so I didn't get all the flying done that I wanted to last time I started it up. And we are in Pueblo, heading to Lamar, Colorado. So still not going to get out of Colorado, even with this, what appears to be about an hour flight. And we'll get close, so.
Kilo November Echo Echo Bravo Oscar November 5 with Quebec request taxi for takeoff east departure.
Cessna Kilo November Echo Echo Bravo Oscar November 5 taxi to and hold short of runway 17 via taxiway Charlie Alpha cross runway 8 right Bravo cross runway tree 5 Alpha cross runway 26 right Alpha. Contact tower on 119er decimal 1 when ready.
Taxi to and hold short runway 17 via taxiway Charlie Alpha cross runway 8 right Bravo cross runway tree 5
Yeah,
Alpha
that's
cross runway
a long
26
ass
right
string.
Alpha Cessna Oscar November 5.
Alright, we're going to try to not get lost here. It looks like we got a taxi all the way down north, I guess up north, and then we'll be taking off to the south. So let's try and find... I don't know if there's a taxiway that way. I'm assuming that's the way that we need to go. Should have pulled up a airport map. I know we taxied in on the runway that we're taking off, but I don't think it wants us to back taxi on it. So we are going to head down here and hope this crosses over. Go ahead and put flaps down. Can we cross over here? Does not look like it, but it looks like this is a taxiway. Do we taxi over here? Yeah. See, if I was more prepared, I would know where I'm going to at least taxi to by the time we get down there. Oh, man, I got a screen tear. Hold on. It's probably not something you can see. There we go. Alright, solved. Might have been able to see it. Sometimes things don't go full screen and messes up everything. So, alright, we're gonna taxi across here. This is gonna take us to the short runway that we landed on. But I don't think there's a taxiway to go across there, so we're going to make a left here. We're just taking the most random ass way. So looking at this, looking at what real world photos had, there was like the runway that we landed on. Wind changed directions. Looks like it's not even. Am I? No, I'm stupid, ain't I? Hold on. We are completely stupid because the winds are at 9, not 18. I'm stupid. Let's take a look at that. What are we doing? No, never mind. We are taking off on 17. Okay. It's just the way they want us to go. So, alright, we're gonna have to back taxi because I do not know. Yeah, I don't know how to get around here. And there's clearly not a taxiway that I can see to get me down to this end, unless it's off to the left there. It kind of looks like it now. Alright. No, I thought there was an opening there. Kind of is. Maybe they're supposed to be. Six minutes in and we're lost on the ground. Alright, we're just gonna get it flipped around here. Luckily no traffic coming in or out. Do a quick taxi. It looks like there's supposed to be, maybe there's just a dirt road down there. Alright, well, we'll definitely find out. We're gonna get turned around down here. Oh yeah, there was. Just clear the hell off. Or is this just a little turnaround? I want to find out. No, this is just a little turnaround area, isn't it? Maybe it goes all the way down there. Well, it wasn't where I thought it was anyway, so it doesn't matter. Go up here, give them another call, and then we will be able to take off. Even though we did that completely wrong. But hey, what haven't we done completely wrong? You gonna give me anything? Oh, we got a contact tower, sorry. Alright, stop. And
Pueblo Tower, Cessna Kilo, November, Echo, Echo, Bravo, Oscar, November 5, ready at runway 17 East, departure.
Cessna Kilo, November, Echo, Echo, Bravo, Oscar, November 5, altimeter 30.20, wind 101 at 8. Departure to the east approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 17.
Cleared for takeoff runway 17 Cessna Oscar, November 5.
alright, so let's that. I think we're good there. We got half a tank. That'll get us to where we need to go. And we don't need to do a fast rollout, because this runway is extremely long for us. Bet we'll be up before we even get to the crossing runways. Let's just hope that everything flies correctly. We're getting that crosswind. I still don't know why we're taking off this direction. But we're quickly up. So we're kind of at the boring part of the world. The Rockies are well behind us, and there is hardly a damn thing in front of us for a bit. But this is the world that I know best. The plains, being able to, well, essentially we're just going to be following the river. And
Cessna Oscar, November 5, continue Continue for east departure.
And we don't really have to do too much. We don't even have to, we don't have to climb that much. We just get to the height with whatever we want and level off. We got clear skies, so we don't have to deal with that, although it's a little kind of grimy over there, hazy. And I've got 3 more hours before the race week starts, so we're just gonna get this thing climbing at a decent rate. Take a look around us. And I'll show you real quick. We're heading to Lamar. And we're here. The river's gonna go down south and then back up. I think we can kind of just look for the lakes and shortcut our way there rather than following the river too closely. We'll definitely want to climb up a bit more. This is definitely a different colored aerial image. My brother sent me a photo of the airport when he was landing there, and yeah, it's definitely miscolored, but just what it is. It'll clear up from looking at the map. Well, you can see where it kind of clears up there. So yeah, we have just a lot of flat desert plains, and then, well, we'll get close to Kansas. Things will start to change a bit. And then, well, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what is around. It looks like we got sand hills through Kansas, so it might be kind of the same look all the way through this part.
Cessna Oscar November 5, leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
Pueblo Tower Cessna Kilo November Echo Echo Bravo Oscar November 5 frequency change.
Alright, we will contact and get flight
Denver
following.
approach Cessna Kilo November Echo Echo Bravo Oscar November 5 is type Cessna 152 5 miles east of Pueblo 6,100 feet. Request flight following.
Cessna Kilo November Echo Echo Bravo Oscar November 5 Denver approach. Squawk 0021.
Squawk 0021 Cessna Oscar November 5.
Cessna Oscar November 5 radar contact 5 miles east of Pueblo 6,200 feet. Altimeter tree 0.18.
Roger Cessna Oscar November 5.
Okay, so we got that taken care of. Maybe it'll give us a little radio communication. What do we got below us? This is Highway 50. And that is going to go south from us. I'm thinking that's our lake up there. So I think the highway and the river are going to start going that direction. We can just kind of head this way. There is the Arkansas. We've been following that from the mountains. And like I said, this changes and we'll get into more darker colored aerial photos. But just got a little small tiny village And who the hell knows what that is? Maybe military? We're at 7,000. We can probably cap it off there at 7. Throttle back just a bit, trim down, and that was my controller sucking. Yeah, I'm gonna say that's like some sort of military ammo. Looks like bunkers out there maybe as well. Alright, so straight ahead of us I think is the lake that we're aiming for, so we're just gonna head in that direction, which is straight east, which seems about right. And we'll see if I can screw this up somehow. Even though I've got a landmark that we could easily follow to the next town, it's going to take us a little bit out of the way, and we're in an airplane, so let's actually go the direction that we're supposed to, which is direct. I've been kind of thinking about, once this series gets done and we make it to Miami, what I'll do next. And I'm thinking maybe the Twin Otter looks like it's going to be a fun plane to fly. And so I might start like taking suggestions for what country to cross next. And I think with that, it's going to have autopilot. It's going to be obviously a lot quicker than this. And we'll maybe do a little more landmark hunting rather than this random flying and discovering that we're doing here. But we'll definitely, you know, I'm not sitting here looking to fly all the way across Brazil right after doing this. I think it's going to be more, you know, pick some European, smaller countries. You know, we're not going to do Canada. That's I want to do that a lot, in a lot quicker plane. This is, you know, somewhat of a, it's not a challenge, but it's always been a goal to fly across the US in the 152. So that is why we're doing it, and add some different content. And I get to see some places that I've been, some places that I haven't. Once we get over this more realistic colored ground, it's going to look a lot nicer as well. Except for then it looks like it darkens at the edge of the next thing. One day, in 20 years, that'll all be cleaned up. They'll be able to... I expect, like, 20, 30 years from now, it's just going to be like live satellite feeds that we're flying over. So you could like run out of your house in your yard and fly over it and see yourself. I'm thinking about like how far sim flying, or, you know, flight sims can go. And that would be the next crazy step. You know, this was a massive crazy step that I don't think anyone was expecting. You know, we used to be able to do it in-flight sim, but it took a lot of file creating. And, yeah. This is easy streaming data that just works really good. Look at this random-ass pivot. So things are kind of greening up here. Got a lot along the river. And you got this little canal with this random single pivot. That is odd. So we're going to turn a little bit more. It looks like this is called Lake Meredith that we're heading to. And it doesn't actually, like, it's not part of the Arkansas. It's guessing maybe formed from runoff everywhere north, and then they got it dammed up to help agricultural around here. Looks like we're getting into a bit of flatter, squared off, like, to me, squared off mile roads. That is my homeland. Easy to navigate. You're either going north and south or east and west, and you know when you've went a mile because that's the next road. Now, I don't know how long this is going to last. It looks like we got some farms up here after we cross over this bad little visual bug in the aerial photos, satellite image. This canal's a weird one. Like, I don't get the purpose that it serves running right next to the river. So we got that lake, and then some other lakes, and we're gonna just hit a bunch of reservoirs around here, and then we'll get back on the highway, heading almost a little bit northeast if I do it wrong, and then we'll be at Lamar, which looked to have a racetrack when I looked at aerial images of the area. So it looked like there was a dirt track north of town. So we might have to fly over that either when we take off or depending on what direction when we land. The airport is west of town, so most likely we'll catch that when we take off.
November 5 contact Denver Center on 128.375. Good day.
Going to 128.375 Cessna Oscar November 5.
Of traffic. Didn't hear a single person.
Denver Center Cessna Kilo November Echo Echo Bravo Oscar November 5 7,500 feet.
Cessna Kilo November Echo Echo Bravo Oscar November 5 Denver Center altimeter 30.18 continue as planned.
Alright. I don't even know what the next center is going to be. I don't know if Oklahoma City is one. But yeah, let's figure out a little bit about Lamar. See if I can find any interesting facts about it, because I don't know if I've actually ever heard of it. Trying to search this without my controller completely sending us to the south. Alright, so Lamar is about 8,000 for population. And it's named after the Secretary of the Interior. some dude no one's ever heard of from way back in 1886. And that's about as interesting as it can get. Looks like average highs are 80s and 90s, and average lows are about 14 in the winter. This does get quite a bit of rain. I mean, not a lot, but it looks like a little more than around where we're at right now. But yeah, its population has pretty much stayed the same since the 50s.
Going to 133.4 Cessna Oscar November 5.
It's just an ag town, so you're not going to get a whole lot of exciting things, but
Oscar November 5, 7,700 feet.
Cessna Kilo November Echo Echo Bravo Oscar November 5 Denver Center altimeter 29.9 tree continue as planned.
alright, so we are still climbing a bit. Back the throttle off a little bit. And we got a little bit of farmland up here. This is Olney Springs is the name of that little town down there, maybe. Or Crowley.
Denver Center Skywest 4660 with a flight level 185, descending 10,000 feet.
I think that's Olney Springs, so tiny ass farm town. It's gonna have a co-op, a couple of bars, and maybe a gas station. Well, I think we're just gonna aim for the southern tip of Lake Meredith. Then there's a larger town, probably right down around there, La Junta, or La Junta, I don't know how it's pronounced. Right below this lake is Rocky Ford. There's a town down there. Not the movie Rocky IV, but Rocky Ford. Just slightly bigger towns along the highway. Yeah, so they've put trees on most of these farms because they're kind of ate up, so they didn't look like, those look like fields, but you can see that some of these were either really dried up and plowed at the time of the photo, so then it was like, oh, maybe it's trees. Alright, so this town is going to be, I think this is, I don't know. No, that's gonna be Crowley. Ordway's like up there. Not that any of that matters, because no one's gonna know the difference, because the 5 people that live in those 2 towns are not gonna be viewers. But if you can prove you are, then I will be very amazed. Alright, so that, I don't know what road that is, but it's just a railroad, and looks like there's a prison down there too. I don't know, yeah, that's definitely got to be a prison. Yeah, it is, it's even labeled. You know what? I'm an idiot. Especially since I couldn't see that any other time that I went out, and I didn't notice, oh hey, we're only going 80, why is that? Well, flaps. Now we're hauling ass. That should help get us there a little quicker. And hold a flight level a little better.
Delta 439er, contact Denver Center on 128.375. Good day.
Alright, so we want to just kind of come off the southern tip of this lake.
Delta 439er.
Straight east. And I think we're going to be headed right about there. There's going to be a lake that might have a big lake bed, depending on how full they put it. Trying to see. This looks like it might be dammed up. So, a man-made reservoir here. But yeah, not a whole lot out here. And really not a whole lot to look at. I mean, that horizon is as flat as it can be. A couple of clouds down there, probably nearing Oklahoma. Got a canal going around this lake. Check out down here what it looks like. Yeah, it looks like it runs down into the Arkansas. A little murky on this end. I'm not sure how this all operates. I don't see like a dam, even like an earth dam, because this is definitely not it. So I don't know if this is all dammed up and then they just got the little outlet going across the top of it, which would be a bit weird. Maybe it's just a natural lake. There's going to be a whole bunch of little small lakes like that from this point on. We're headed east though, correct direction. Up there, well, looks like a big feedlot. And then that is Ordway on the west side of the feedlot there. And then up there is Sugar City on the other side of the lake. Now we just continue on. Oh, I'm gonna guess that's a little airstrip. private strip. Those are some pretty big ass sod runways though. That's weird. I'm gonna have to take a picture of that real quick. Just constantly send my brother and my dad photos of random crap that I see. But Facebook is currently broken, so I can't even get onto Messenger. See if I can pull this up without it popping up over. Oh, we've dropped altitude. Do that so I can just quickly save. Much easier to use Paint to save something than try to start up Photoshop with this game running. Alright, so we are now going all around here. Looks like, yeah, that was a private field there, Cottonwood Field is what it's called. Shersaw, or Sheraw. It's going to be somewhere around here. One of these lakes, there's going to be a little town, which is probably that right there. We got a little airport down below there, so yep. I know where we're at the moment. Let's crank up the speed, bring the altitude back up just a bit. And as we are flying, the ground is slowly getting lower elevation. We took off at 47, and by the time we land, we'll be at 4,000. Just a slight, gentle slope. Alright, so we've got some flat riverbed here. They've got canals all worked up and lots of farmland. Well, not lots, but as much as you can hope for around this area. This is going to take us straight up that way. That is the lake I think we're looking for. Got Horse Creek up there. we should cross over a fairly large town, Los Animas, right around there. I'm gonna go a little north of east and just kind of hold this heading. Minutes in, so I mean, like 6 or 7 of that was trying to figure out how to taxi to the runway. Okay, why is this? Is there a way to make that fade away? It used to fade away. I don't know. Do we have a replay now? That's active pause. Travel to. No replay yet. Alright. Climbed almost back up to 7. Just with my controller being so messed up right now. It's very hard to trim this thing out like I need to.
Contact Denver Center on 128.375. Good day.
Decimal 375 exit 511.
Need to find out what my brother's company's call sign is. No idea what they're called. Like, I know the company name, but I don't know what they go with over the radio. But I doubt we're going to get any local traffic coming into this small town. You know what? That right there might actually be Horse Creek.
7 miles southeast. Descend and maintain 8,100 feet. Expect ILS runway 35 right approach.
Yeah, that's Horse Creek, but it's so green. It's so green that it didn't know that it was actually water.
Descend and maintain 8,100 feet. Expect ILS runway 35 right approach via Papa Uniform Bravo transition cleared to Papa Uniform Bravo generic 268.
What was all that? Oh, someone landing at Pueblo. Yeah, see, this land is just so much easier for me to navigate. Even though there's hardly anything to look at, but you can see for miles. So I think I can catch my mistakes much earlier.
Generic 268, contact Denver Center on 128.375. Good day.
So we should have an airport and a town coming up right about this area. We're here. This is the Horse Creek, I believe, coming down to join with Arkansas. There's something marked on this by the lake. It's marked as institution. I have no idea what the hell they mean by that. Is it a mental facility? Is it a university? Alright, there's the town. And then this is the start of...
160 or 77 miles east. Descend and maintain 8,100 feet. Expect ILS runway 35 right approach via Papa Uniform Bravo transition.
So all of this could get filled up depending on rain amounts for the reservoir up here. The institution is there. The airport. Not seeing the airport. It should be right around here. It's a difficult airport to find, it looks like. But it's not the one we're landing at, so we're not going to worry about it. So this is Los Animas. Not as big as I thought it was going to be. Nothing too exciting around here. But town looks pretty good from this height for AI generated buildings. Looks fairly realistic. Something that we never got in other games. It's even got a little beltway over the river to get to, or for Highway 50. I just want to figure out what the hell this is, what the institution is. Back to the left. Damn it. This stupid controller. Sometimes it'll just calibrate perfectly and work amazing, and then it will just go to crap. Definitely just need to buy one, but for anything better than this, knowing that I'm going to get a decent quality, it's just like $300 to $400, and at the moment I can't justify spending that type of money. These videos don't make very good revenue. I think maybe like $5 per video if I'm lucky. And and that's only once a week, so yeah, I'm not sure what that is. It's definitely more prison-y than college looking, so it's got a baseball field and maybe tennis court. I don't know. I'll have to look it up sometime. This looks pretty realistic though. Got the very vegetated river, and then lots of dry ass land around it. So we are going to have another town.
6 o'clock, less than 1 mile, flight level 340 generic. Report them in sight.
Okay, something happening up in...
United 472 traffic alert. 12 o'clock, less than 1 mile, flight level 360 generic. Report them in sight.
Something happening way up in the air. Not our problem.
Frontier Flight 71 has the traffic.
United 472 traffic in sight.
Alright, so only a little further to go till we get to Lamar. We're going to be on the south side of the river. And we're going to be looking right around here. So I think we're going to go ahead and... Oh my God.
Traffic is 1 o'clock 3 miles at flight level 340 generic. Report them in sight.
Denver Center, Cessna Oscar November 5 cancel flight following.
Cessna Oscar November 5, Denver Center cancellation received. Squawk 1200. Frequency change approved. Southwest 5506 have the generic in sight.
Alright.
United 2340
Come
traffic
on.
in sight.
I should be able to change. Alright, so we are going Lamar. Let's go automated weather.
Lima Alpha Alpha automated weather observation 2000 Zulu. Wind 072 and
15.
Visibility 10.
So we are going to land on 18. And we'll announce our position because I actually know it.
Traffic Cessna Kilo November Echo Echo Bravo Oscar November 517 miles west, 6,900 feet inbound to land runway 18.
Alright, start to bring it down. We've got Hasty, little town right there. And Kadoa, somewhere right there. Probably a town too small to even notice. So airport elevation is actually 3.7. I misread that. I was looking at a peak around there and not a actually elevation of the airport. So we've dropped about 1,000 feet so far with this flight. Trying to spot the airport. Got a little town that we're probably not going to be able to see along the railroad. Got this little lake just past Hasty, and then the airport south of the river, maybe right there. Maybe not. Maybe it's further up. Trying to spot the actual town. Just gonna be right on the river, maybe there. I don't know. Now we're definitely much further away. Once we get to what looks like a kind of squared highway system, I'm trying to figure out what that is. I think it's just a feedlot. Ground kind of got ugly here with this quality of image. It's dried up, probably very early spring or late fall. Probably late fall, or it's just a dry ass area. Got another random building made out of hay bales down there. Still haven't quite seen anything that looks like the airport, but we are just over that lake, so probably back down too early, but probably more realistic than what I've been doing. So we've kind of just been blasting in and then cutting throttle. Down to 5,700. Alright, still nothing visible. Let's hop outside again real quick. Got a canal coming down. I'm not sure we're going to be able to see that on the map. Some altitude back here. am a little worried that I've just like accidentally flown right past it, but I doubt it. Maybe that's it there. I think it is. Yeah, I think that's going to be our airport. So with this direction that we're landing, we're definitely going to check out the airport or the racetrack on departure. We'll kind of have to circle back up north of the town, but it's better than coming back west to get back to the airport on this. Plus, we're kind of running long on this flight, up to an hour. That's got to be the airport, right? Yeah, what do we got? Where is this little intersection that they got going on here? Yep, alright, I feel comfortable that that's the airport. We'll get turned to it. Let's go ahead and we are going to be on, I don't know what the hell to call this. We'll just say final.
Alpha Alpha traffic Cessna Kilo November Echo Echo Bravo Oscar November 5 is on final runway 18.
Not that it matters because there's no one around. We just got to figure out where the damn runway actually is. Looks like it's, yep, there we go, we got lights. Got the town. Racetrack should probably be right there. Just want to burn off a bunch of speed here. We're going to come in nice and slow for this one. We're at 5,000, no, 4,800. So we're at about 100. No, we're at 1,000 feet off the ground. We got the pappy lights. One click and 2 clicks to flap. Allow me to put a little more throttle in it. Maintain this speed. Don't want to get as low as I have been at some other places on speed. We got a lot of runway to work with here. We got the river right at the end of the runway. That's the Arkansas. cross over it. Try to put this down center and wind is being nice and gentle. Controls are working properly. Looks like the wind has actually changed on us again. And we are not center, getting blown off to the right, but we'll be able to get it down. A little rough. Oh shit. Fucking wind again. Well, I think the landings keep getting worse. Maybe I misread what the wind said. I don't know. That was nearly a crash and may have been. I am not good in crosswinds. We need to get that solved. Needed to get the nose up a bit there, but right when you touch down, like, I do not like how these feel on ground. Certain planes feel good. This one definitely does not. I mean, I understand it's a light plane and could get blown around quite a bit, but...
Kilo Lima Alpha Alpha traffic Cessna Kilo November Echo Echo Bravo Oscar November 5 is clear of the runway.
Kilo Lima Alpha Alpha automated weather observation 2100 Zulu.
Yep, the wind changed on us.
12. Visibility 10.
Or, you know what? I think I looked at the wind speed and not the direction. Might have done something stupid like that. Oh well, we're going to be able to take off in the direction we need to go. And, yeah. It was a little bit of a mess of a flight from the taxiing to take off to whatever we're going to call that landing. Got on the ground, so I guess it's a landing. No matter what, the plane's always going to land. It just depends on how many pieces. Just going to flip it around here. I'll just go park next to this plane because that guy has no interest in me, even though it's not into the wind. All right, let's go ahead and shut this down. Go take a quick look around the airport. See how close this river is. Well, I guess it's also a shipping lane. Yeah, so I think this is just a canal then, and the river goes even further north. Must be. Yeah, I guess the river's up there in the trees, so this is just a little canal here. And then we got some sod runways. I'm guessing they use those for gliders. And, yeah, fairly large airport for what it is. But, there you have it. We are in Lamar, Colorado. Getting close to Kansas. And almost done with another state. So, hope you enjoyed that flight. Thanks for watching.